Welcome to this episode of The Big Master. Friends, every day we come across so many people who are in a variety of professions and who have made their mark in various fields. There are people in business who have made a big capital in terms of material wealth. We often measure one's success by the amount of money he has earned. But the fact is that money alone doesn't mean success. The real capital is his goodwill and his name in the society. In this episode of The Big Master, we are pleased to feature a personality, an excellent human being, and a successful entrepreneur, a pure mind and a spiritualist of high order, who with his conviction and sense of purpose faced the challenges head on and tasted success. With the mantra of never say die spirit, he tried diversifying into various areas but had to quit because he will not compromise with the values he has been taught by his parents. Meet Sanjay Sachan, a man of many talents, a first generation entrepreneur, and whose deeds have become truly exemplary. Welcome, Sachanji. Welcome to this show, The Big Master.
Thank you, Rajanji. It's my pleasure to be with you, and I'm open for the discussion today.
Thank you. Please tell us your core business.
Well, Mr. Rajan, I've got a company here. We are into manufacturing. The company's name is Master Abrasives. We are dedicated to surface preparation industry, and we manufacture abrasives for that application. It's our core business, and we get the raw material from India, that is garnet, and we also get shiploads of copper slag, which is basically used into the marine industry. So that is our business in nutshell.
So what made you land up in this business of abrasives? Have you done any specialization in this or what?
Well, I'm a mechanical engineer. I've done my bachelor's from India and then master's from US. Then once I moved from US back to Dubai, these were my first initial jobs which I did. So, and that became my line eventually. So in 2004, I left my job and I ventured out into the same business where I have worked.
You left your job in Delhi? I mean, in India?
I was working in Dubai itself. Okay. So 93, after doing my post-graduation, I moved back to Dubai.
Okay.
My father was here, so that's how we were associated with Dubai. So we came way back in 1980, and I did my part of schooling also, so I had an affinity for this place. Okay. And so eventually I came back after my post-graduation.
What is so special about Dubai?
Dubai has best of East and West. Okay. Dubai is a place which I love because we don't miss out India from here. It's very close. It's like a domestic flight for India. And I have been living in US also. So US, you tend to miss out India. A great earning potential in this country. Taxes are not there, and you feel homely because the local population and even the expatriates are very friendly here. Law and order is good. So I thought, this is the best place to be in.
So what kind of challenges you faced and how did you overcome these?
You mean related to business?
Yes, naturally.
I wouldn't say challenges because I was first generation business. So I was moving into business. So always there was a very high requirement of capital which was not available. So I had to look for right resources, right partners. So apart from that, things are very streamlined in Dubai. Starting a business is very easy. Rules and regulations are properly followed. So here, if you work hard, you can deliver. Unlike sometimes in India, you need a lot of resources as well as people you should know, otherwise you will not succeed. So is not the case here.
But the ecosystem is changing fast now in India.
Yes, truly. Thanks to Modi. Yes.
So have you ever thought of coming back to India?
We don't get the passport here, so eventually that is in the mind that sooner or later we have to go back. For that reason, I also started some business in India that once we have to move back, there's something to fall back upon. So certainly one day we have to come back.
Yeah, come back home.
Yes.
So, Sachanji, we have heard a lot about your CSR initiatives. You are doing something in the villages back home. Please tell us all about it.
Sure. When we were doing good in Dubai, I felt a natural urge that I should go back to my village and help my villagers, because uh, I always felt that people who are getting educated from the village, they move out of the village and they don't come back and try to help their own folks there. So, and of lately I saw that families are becoming bigger, and the land is the same. So there's a lot of unrest among themselves. There's poverty is there, and lack of resources. So people are not able to succeed in that ecosystem. So I always thought I should put up some agro-based industry in my village, whereby it could help benefit the people, and it could motivate other people to come and do something in their own villages. So with that intention, in 2013, I started a company called Master Dairy and Agro Industries.
When did you start? You said
2013.
13. Okay.
2013. And it was one of its kind venture where we went into cow farming. We had a cows herd of about 500 cows, and with automatic milking and everything was there, and it immensely benefited the local population. We used to buy big quantities of fodder, local laborers were employed, then in selling of milk, local people were employed. So it gave a lot of opportunities for employment in that region. But since I was in Dubai, and my father was taking care of it, and of lately his health was not good, so slowly we had to close that operation.
Acha, one thing is very important, and we often think the amount of consumption is not in tune with the amount of supply. How it is possible?
You mean for milk?
Milk, yeah.
Yeah. When we went into the business of milk, we found there's a lot of irregularities happening there, and the parameters which people are using to test the milk, even synthetic milk can pass through those parameters. So I guess that's the reason, a lot of unaccounted milk gets mixed with the good milk.
But there must be some checkpoints.
There are checkpoints, but people have found ways to overcome all those, and still it gets consumed. And especially you would have seen in the time of festivals, so much of sweets are made in India, but milk supplies goes on the same way for drinking purpose.
Right,
And other. How
right.
does it happen? So yes,
what is the
it's unfortunate what is happening, but there's a little mismatch on that part.
What is the way out? Either we consume less milk or we have strict laws.
Strict laws are the way forward, but implementation of strict laws is very essential, and there should be a fear for people that if they do something wrong on the milk is being consumed by children, then they should be punishable and accountable for that. It's a very sad thing. We were losing on this project, but my conscience never allowed that I should do something wrong on the milk, because it's being people drinking it, and children are consuming it. So it's very unethical to do anything on that part.
It's so nice to know your thoughts on this. Sanjay ji, back home, the state of life in villages is yet in very bad shape.
Correct.
We heard you have done something for the rural poor, and your initiatives in a village which you have adopted. Please explain us.
Yes, we have established a school for the girls basically. Now it's of course co-ed. Almost 700 students are studying there. Fees is very nominal, and it is mostly funded by our own sources. And we did not go for government help on that, because we wanted that the quality of education should be really good. So very poor farmers, children are studying there, and I'm happy to say that now the education level is so good that children from that school are getting selected in medical and engineering colleges.
What level of
It is
classes?
still 12th. It is just 12th.
It is recognized by CBSE
yeah,
or what?
no, it is UP board.
It is recognized.
recognized by UP board. We have proper board exams, and now students are performing very good. And I always believed that if a student gets educated in a family, the entire destiny of that family changes.
Sure.
So, if just one person get studied, it happened in our family also. My grandfather was a farmer, and my uncle and my father, they were brilliant from working in the field. They got selected into IIT Bombay, and my father went to IIT Bombay. He did his metallurgical engineering, and from that point, entire destiny of the family changed. He came to Dubai. We got educated into multicultural society. I went for higher education to US. So we wanted to impart the same thing in our village. That kind of opportunity we wanted to give. So we are working on that. Apart from that, of course, now the electricity condition has become very good. But when we started, we were doing solar lights for the streets in the villages. So we took one village at a time, and we installed solar street lights. So these are the things we are doing in the village.
So has the government taken note of your initiatives?
See, I live in Dubai, and of course, the local MLAs and all, they come. Sometimes we ask them to inaugurate the things, but that was never the objective, So we keep a very low profile and keep doing what my heart says.
No, of course, it may not be your objective, but it is duty of the state to recognize your efforts.
No, we
Don't you
have
feel that way?
Politicians do acknowledge it, but yeah, we are doing it in our own way as such. We never look for a grant or anything. So in whatever our own personal capacity we can do, we are doing it.
We heard you are deep into spirituality also. So in what way it has helped you?
Yes, that's a good question. For last about 25 years, I've been doing dhyan. We are part of a movement called Heartfulness. There we are doing meditation basically, and it has transformed our life actually. Because of that, I am able to balance my act in material life as well as spiritual life, and it has given me a lot of extra edge over the people who don't follow spirituality. Our guru says, life is, we are like a bird. We fly on two wings, and one wing is the spiritual wing, the other wing is the material wing. So most of the people are just flying on the single wing. That's why you see those turbulences in their life. So as soon as we try to balance the spiritual wing, the bird is able to fly better. So that has been my, guiding principle, and it has helped me enormously.
In India yet we have population which is not very literate. So is there any spirituality for the commoner so that anybody can have it the easier way?
स्पिरिचुअलिटी बहुत ही आसान चीज़ है. उसके लिए कुछ आपको ज्ञान की ज़रूरत नहीं है, पढ़ा लिखा होना नहीं चाहिए. वो तो भगवान आपके अंदर है.
नहीं, वहाँ तक कैसे पहुँचेगी? एक कॉमन आदमी तक स्पिरिचुअलिटी पहुँचाने का क्या जरिया है?
हमारे गुरुजी कहते हैं, जैसे अगर जंगल में एक दिया जल रहा है तो जितने भी कीड़े मकोड़े हैं अपने आप उस दिया के पास पहुंच जाते हैं. सो ऑल द एस्पायरिंग सोल्स विल ऑटोमेटिकली रीच सम सिस्टम और अदर. सो जिसके अंदर भी थोड़ी सी चाहत है भगवान को पाने की, वो पहुंच जाएगा उसमें, और कोई ना कोई इसका जरिया बन जाएगा उसको गाइड करने के लिए.
Spirituality and religion are two different things.
It's totally different. Religion is like, आप 12th तक पढ़ रहे हो, रिलीजन मान लीजिए, उसके आगे आपको ग्रेजुएट करना है, वहाँ से स्पिरिचुअलिटी चालू हो रही है. सो वेयर रिलीजन एंड्स, स्पिरिचुअलिटी स्टार्ट्स.
Has spirituality helped you in your business?
Enormously. Actually, what I feel, after being in spirituality, your intuitive power develops. So I want to be quiet, and in all business is all about decision making. If you make the right choices, you hit the right target. So being in spirituality, I feel somehow by divine means I'm able to perceive an answer to the problems, what decision to be taken. So, in most of the cases, what I decide is the right decision. May not be from the money angle, but for the company, for the people around. So that's what I feel is spirituality helped me. Plus, I became very calm. So, small things don't bother me. And once you are calm, all around you, people are calm. You attract and give the same vibes to them. So, it's very beneficial. If someone is not into spirituality, it's very, very difficult to do the business, I feel. So, certainly it's a very useful thing. And the more pressures you have, the more spiritual you have to be. Then only you can do the justice with those pressure and come out with the flying colors. And one more thing I felt, my goal always changed. Money making was never the goal in doing business. How more and more people could get help, how they can all prosper, and always money came as a byproduct for me. So I never focused on this should be my turnover of the company, this is what I'm trying to achieve, this is how I am trying to kill the competition. Those were never the objectives of my doing business, which is in general business, those are the objectives.
So आजकल के youngsters, they get professionally qualified abroad or wherever, and they look for lucrative packages, forgetting everything else. So what is your advice to these people, the professionals of tomorrow?
My master always says there's no harm in making money, big money, but the value system should not suffer. So, to the youngsters, I feel they should first of all go by their heart, what their heart says. Don't take up a job just because it is paying more. See what positive contribution you are able to do to that company, to the employees all around you. So, based on that and your liking, of course, if your passion for that job is there, then you will never work. You will be enjoying your work. So, those should be some criteria to determine the job. And of course, I would like to add one more thing. In search of good jobs, children always live, in foreign countries and all. So they should also have their parents in mind, because parents have brought them up, and today what they are because of their parents. So, all those things should be well balanced when you select your first job.
So what is the criteria of a good job? What is the definition of a good job?
Good job is, in simple words, I would say the job which gives you joy and satisfaction is a good job. And that criteria may change from person to person. If you are very money minded, money is the criteria for you to get happiness. But in general cases, as long as everything is balanced, that's the best job.
Going by the present milieu, good jobs take you away from your parents.
Yes.
From your country.
So you have to find a via media for that, where you could balance things. My daughter is working in US, but she has negotiated her package with the company in such a way that she is able to come and stay with us for 1 month. Long distance job she is doing it, so she is able to come more frequently. And in that way, I was lucky. My son also, he graduated from University of Toronto, and he did not choose to take up a high-paying job there. Of course, he did it he got very good marks, but he chose to come back and help me out. So he's starting from scratch here. So I think it is all on the family value system what you are having.
Is he committed with you and with your business?
Yes, he has just taken over for last 6-7 months, and he's helping me out. And his objective is to get his footing very strong in the company so that he can relieve me of my duties.
लेकिन उनको पता है कि वो आपका बिजनेस उन्होंने पिकअप करना है. He is aware of this.
Yes, of course, he's aware of it, and that's why consciously he chose not to take up the job in the beginning.
अच्छा, अब आज के इकोसिस्टम में technology is ruling our lives very fast.
Correct.
Now we are talking of artificial intelligence, AI. So what kind of milieu we are going to have in the future? How our lives will be driven technologically?
That's a good question. In fact, I did not tell you, I am also enrolled in Harvard Business School. There's a program for president and owners of the company. So it's a 3 years program. So I've already completed 1 year. I've taken a break. So this was always the topic in the business owners and when I was there in Harvard, that technology is taking away a lot of jobs. If you see of the warehouse, they're making it automation, so robotics control, so many people lose jobs. Now the cars are coming with autopilot and drivers are not required. Then you have electrical cars where engine is not there, so most of the garages will not be required. So most of the new technologies are taking away the common man's job, which I feel is not good.
In a country like India, जहाँ पर already unemployment है in big numbers,
Right.
so it's not good for India. What do you think?
Everyone needs job. So we have to see where to stop technology and to what extent the technology should be adopted, so that a balance could be made between the job
Do you
losses.
think stopping technology is in our hands? It is like a storm. It has to come. You can't stop the storm.
But adopting that technology, okay, invention can be done, but
We'll be lagging behind. If we don't adopt the latest, we lag behind the world.
that's true. But if you have so many unemployed people and crime growing in the country, so that's even a bigger problem. So everyone needs job. We were lucky that we got job. We could plan out our career. You can see now the young generation, they are finding it so difficult to get an entry level job.
So one failure is that we are wanting students, youngsters to get qualified, but we are not creating jobs.
Yes.
It's a mismatch,
Of course, the technology is also creating job, but I feel it's taking away more jobs than creating jobs. So
Technology, yes.
government and all stakeholders have to look into it. It's a serious problem, I feel.
Sanjay ji, what is socially rich and money rich? क्या चीज़ इम्पोर्टेंट है?
I think somewhere in between. What maxim I've followed in business is you keep doing the right thing and the money comes as a byproduct. So, when you do the right things, I've got employees who have been there with me from the beginning. They have been with me for 20 years. I have made houses for them. And if they are happy, their family is progressing, I feel the company is going in the right direction. So to that extent, I take care of my employees, and we have never looked back, and we have opened so many companies, and things flow automatically. So I feel if you're doing the right way, things fall in place through some divine play.
You are right. Unless your immediate community, your people, your employees are not happy, then what is the fun of doing CSR elsewhere?
Correct,
out
exactly,
of your community.
exactly. And when you do, if the people are happy and you're doing the right thing, you also feel happy. We are not doing it for anyone else. We are doing it for ourselves.
Definitely. How you changed the ecosystem in your company?
That's a good.
And how you have gained from it?
See, I was first generation businessman, so I did not come with any do or don'ts of business. I didn't know anything. My father was into job, and I was never got any exposure to the business community. And also with my education and divine things in my blood, so I always did unconventional ways of doing business. I took care of my employees as my own family members. All of my employees have been with me from the day first, and I don't stop at just giving them salary. They work really hard, and whatever is generated, we try to distribute among themselves. We might be the only few companies here who have at times given 8 to 10 months salaries as bonus. And slowly I've made houses for all my blue collar employees. We gave them interest free loan to make houses in India or whichever the country they came from. and wherever possible, we go out of way to help them. And what we have seen is, because of that, uh, we never had to struggle with any orders. They keep working very hard. Even if I am out for the out of country for 10 months during COVID time, nothing suffered in our company. So that's the bondage we have with our employees, and it's unbelievable. And with that kind of team, any company will succeed. So human resources are the most important things. You might have best of the computers, you might have best of the building facilities, but if your human resource is not well taken care of, that company will not succeed.
Actually, you survive because of the human resource,
Yes, good employees.
not because of the good machinery, because
Yes, yes,
machineries
yes.
are
And
operated.
human beings are same everywhere. It is the top person, you're thinking how you gel them with the system, how you take the best out of them. That is what is
That's only possible.
leadership all is about.
That's only possible when you are sensitive.
Yes.
You know.
And I've noticed one more thing. Money is not the only motivating factor for the employees. The respect, the love, all those
Definitely.
things put together, they really, they have that ownership feeling with the company.
Sanjay ji, how do you view yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
I have not very seriously thought about it, but it's a time to hand over the torch to the younger generation. So children are coming back to the family business. So I would have more helping hands. And we have developed one liquid organic fertilizer. I want to take it forward, so which could change the life of Indian farmers. It is a very good organic fertilizer, and could bring out revolution in the agriculture field. So that's my objective for medium to long term. And I also want to travel the world. We have been too busy with our business, so I want to have a overall view of the world. So that is in agenda. Yes.
Good to know, Sanjay ji. You are leaving a rich legacy for the next generation. And we wish you all the best for your future endeavors. And we hope you will continue to do your efforts with all enthusiasm. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rajendra. It was really nice talking to you, and you came up with very thought-provoking questions. I hope it inspires the audience, and it was my pleasure to be with you, and wish you all the best for your new venture.
Thank you.
Thank you.